So we're going to dive deep into how you can change your body shape. You can customize your own shape, your own workouts, and why weightlifting could be the thing that gets you your dream body. All right, I know that you are busy trying to get those gains, trying to change your body, your mind. You're trying to release it of all those negative thoughts that you have about yourself, and you're really trying to make a change right now. Like, this is your moment to actually take this information and apply it. So we're going to dive deep into how you can change your body shape. You can customize your own shape, your own workouts, and why weightlifting could be the thing that gets you your dream body. I'm gonna explain exactly what workouts I do, and let's get into it. All right, so weightlifting kind of changed the game for me because there is so many perks of weightlifting. Number one, weightlifting allows you to customize your body shape. In other words, you can grow out or add more volume on certain parts of your body while snatching others. It's the most personalized. It's the most personal. I love that with weightlifting, you can actually change the shape of the parts of your body. So if you feel like you're really top heavy or really bottom heavy, you can kind of just do your best to sort those things out to your desired appeal. So it's not what somebody else finds most attractive. You know, obviously, like, if I could have a BBL type of body, I probably would, but that's not really working out for me right now. In the same way that if you've never had abs before, you could just grow abs, you know, if that was your choice. But if it's not your thing, then it's not your thing. I also like weightlifting because it is maximum results, minimum effort. I am all about working smarter, not harder. And with weightlifting, how it works is that the more muscle is on your body, the more calories it burns. So by doing the weightlifting now, you're not just getting the calorie burn of actually doing the workout, which is where I think people, you know, get really stuck on how many calories they're burning. You're basically just doing the effort in the gym, but then the muscle is actually working harder. Your body is using a lot of energy to create that muscle, to build it up, and then therefore burning more calories. And then the more muscle you have on your body just naturally burns more calories. That's why you can look at two people similar in size just from the outside, but then when you get into the inner workings of their body, some people just require so much more fuel, or in other terms, can eat more food because they burn more calories. I feel like cardio is very like what you're getting right now is what you're getting, and there's not a lot of like long-term benefits. If you're burning 300 calories in the gym, you're kind of just burning 300 calories in the gym. And weightlifting is kind of this, you know, you burn the 300 calories in the gym, you burn additional calories throughout the night, your body's transforming. The more muscle you have on your body, then you're burning more calories in general. So if your ultimate goal is weight loss and maintaining that weight loss, this is gonna be the fastest thing to get you there. Okay, now accountability and enjoyment. One thing about having a workout plan is if you don't like it, you're not gonna continue to do it. I like weightlifting because the soreness keeps me accountable. If I am in the gym and I'm working out and I'm in shape, I don't really get sore like that. If I'm doing, you know, I can be hitting new PRs, new maxes, doing the most, and if I'm just consistently in there, my soreness levels are pretty maintained. But if I take a week off or I get slacking or whatever, and then I get back in there, you are gonna be a little bit sore. So I like it because I can convince myself like I don't wanna be sore, and therefore I can go to the gym consistently and repeatedly, and it keeps me in there feeling good. But also, I wanna talk about showing up to the gym and how you could be discussing it with yourself that is gonna help you. It is very important to keep a positive mindset. Even if you think you don't wanna work out or whatever, if you want to achieve these long-term goals, if you wanna have those fitness gains, if you wanna have a body that you love, it is very important to say positive things. So for instance, for me, like I go to the gym and I show up because I love myself. Like I love loving my body. I love working out because I want to have a body that is healthy and serves me and that I treat, you know, in the same way. So for instance, even if I don't want to work out, like I might be down on myself for a couple days or whatever, but inevitably over my life, you're not going to hear me complaining about working out. You're not going to hear me always moaning and groaning, because I know that even if one day I don't feel that way, it's going to be hard to always kick that negative mindset around working out. And you want to have a positive mindset around it, because in all reality, it's going to get you to where you want to go. So I work out because I love myself. I love being in the gym. I love doing a little weightlifting thing. I'm gonna focus on weightlifting because I feel like we really are talking about weight loss here, but I've been on my maintenance journey for a long time now. I actually had my weight loss journey a while ago, but it's still really good information, and I just feel like people need it. So if you're more in maintenance, I mean, I think the thing is like, do it and enjoy it while you're doing it. And that's not to say you have to do this forever. Like for me, I'm not really big into weightlifting right now. I do other kinds of workouts and just have a different type of lifestyle. So just because you're like a gym bro right now doesn't mean you're like always gonna be in the gym weightlifting. It can get you to your goal as quickly, like the fastest as possible, and then you can maintain after that, which is really fun and something to look forward to if that's your goal. And if you fall in love with weightlifting like I did and you are in the gym consistently every day for years and years and years, then like that's your thing. Get after it. I love that for you. So getting into the workout, exactly how I would structure my workout. The fun thing about weightlifting is you do not have to do the exact same thing every day. You're gonna wanna have a split working different muscle groups. But let's just talk about like very quickly how you can make your own workout plan without having to pay anybody to do it for you and get exactly the same thing that these trainers are sending you for so much money, literally so much money. I do have a workout plan that I would love to share with you. My good friend made it with me and I would love to share it if that's something you're interested in, but I just wanna like focus on how we structured it, how we made it, and give you all the tools to make one yourself. I will say for me, I find that like the gym is so intimidating. Like gym intimidation is so real. And so having a workout plan that is like basically the same thing back to back to back for weeks and weeks at a time, like it's probably not until the third or fourth week that I'm even starting to remember where the equipment is that I'm going to in the gym, and I'm getting into the flow where I feel really comfortable doing the motions, and then also remembering to record like how much I'm weightlifting and stuff like that. But a year or two in, I did start to get bored of doing the exact same thing. So I think just meet yourself where you're at and be really understanding with yourself. Like there was always this one exercise I would never want to do in the gym, and it was just because of the structure of the gym, like the layout where the one piece of equipment was. Like I would always be trying to come up with some reason to like not use that piece of equipment. And so I just swapped it out for like an exercise working the same muscles but different equipment that I didn't have to access in that same area of the gym. And then suddenly I could like do it every week. So I just want to give you the knowledge. That way you could set it up yourself, depending on your budget, depending on your time, everything. You can do this yourself. Okay, so let's get into it really, really quick. So first you want to start off with a warm-up and an activation. Warm-up is important because if you're sitting all day long and you're not moving around a lot, your body, if you just start like working out one day, there is so much risk of injury and just like stupid little things that can cause you so much pain down the road. And like, that's the last place you want to be, because the whole purpose of working out and like living this healthy life is so that you can have like a happy, healthy life, you know? It's not so that you can always be in pain and whatever. So for warm up, you could do like walking on the treadmill, maybe like an incline lift, and then just walk on the treadmill at like 3 to 5, like kind of get your heart rate moving. You definitely want to wake yourself up, like snap out of whatever you were doing before and like snap into the workout and let your body know like, hey, it's go time, baby. Like, let's get into this. But then I want to talk about activation work. Now, there is all this mumbo jumbo on the internet about if this is a scam. I'm just letting you know. I've never had that big booty Judy. Okay, I can gain muscle in certain areas, but the bot is not growing. The peach is staying not juicy, okay? When I added activation, like workouts, that made all the difference for me. Like it genuinely made a difference. Bodyweight exercises are no joke. They're for real. They work. Activation is absolutely critical and important. Most importantly, if you're like not a trainer, if you're somebody who's not in the gym often, activation is great because like a trainer is there to help you learn activation. They're there to point out this muscle and be like, make sure you're activating this muscle. Make sure you're tapping right here. Is this where you feel it? Like they are all about activation all the time. If you're working out by yourself and you're trying to think, where's this equipment? How do I get there? What reps do I do? What do I have to do after this? Did I eat enough calories today? Like, did I eat enough protein? It is really hard to focus in and be thinking about activation and form and all these things and like how you look, you know, and whatever. Like I get it, you're just in the gym. So that's why starting your workout out with really lightweight and activating those muscles is super, super important. So, you know, if you're gonna be doing a glutes workout, obviously I talk about glutes all the time. If you're gonna be doing a glutes workout, doing, you know, some donkey kicks or doing some split squats and some squatted lunges and just doing different things. And honestly, you need to find what works for you. I watched a bunch of videos online and there was like 3 exercises that really, really worked. And when I could not get my glutes to lock in, I'm telling you what, it was not even worth doing that workout. So sometimes just doing the activation is like the best thing that you could be doing because it's targeting exactly what you want to grow, not like every other muscle on your body. Let's be honest, there's so many muscles and there's very specific ones that I wanted to grow. Everything else, I was just there for the vibes, okay? So when we're talking activation, you could get the booty bands. I definitely needed those. And a lot of things that you should be looking for or can be looking for is like Pilates style movements. That's like what you're kind of looking up. And you can use those to activate the glutes or the muscles that you want to be working on. Okay, so then after you do your activation, you're gonna get right into your compound lifts. Your compound lifts are what is gonna exhaust you, but they're gonna do the most damage, okay? So basically a compound lift is gonna combine like big muscle groups on your body and just like hammer them. Like we are knocking everything out of the park with these big compound lifts. And you want to be exhausting yourself. Like this is where the most of your energy is gonna come from. Like you just woke up, your body's ready, it's amped, your muscles are like ting, 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 ting. They're just getting in the mode, and then you're like, let's go. And you're gonna put all your effort into these compound lifts. So you wanna structure them to what's important to you. You can start out with, you know, like some hamstrings. You can start out with some glutes. It's really up to you, and I would suggest starting out with exercises that you feel most comfortable with. So a lot of people do squats. I like hip thrusts because to me squats require so many muscles that I'm not interested in gaining. And also they fatigue my body really heavily, and also sometimes my structure of my squat is just not that good that I can tell it's not really working the booty to max capacity. Whereas a glute bridge, a hip thrust, my booty is literally growing. I can feel it growing while I'm doing this workout. So hit some compound lifts. These are, it's gonna be a multi-joint movement is what it's called. If you just Google them, you'll see a list of like 100, and then they'll have like the different muscles kind of all lit up on the pictures if you're on pictures. And then you could just pick a selection of like, I would say 3 to 4, 2 to 3, depending on how long your workout's gonna be. If it's like 30 minutes, 2 to 3 is a lot. That's a heavy workout. And I would just spend your time perfecting these. Again, when I was first in the gym, I spent the time learning how to do these. Don't rack up the weight, go low weight, do them body weight, check it out at home before you get to the gym, before you're all loaded up with the weights. Watch some videos of how to load up the weights, like get yourself really comfortable, and then make this as part of your workout. Oh, and also like write down your progress, because sometimes you might not be seeing the actual progress, but you can be recording it in like strength in the gym. So, you know, if you start out with body weight and then the next week maybe you pop up to like 45 pounds right away, and then like, you know, growing from there, you always want to be writing these things down so that you can be tracking it, and it's like encouraging and motivating to keep seeing the progress. All right. After you hit your compound lifts, you want to hit accessory lifts. These are like the cutesy little lifts, okay? You're not going for max weight as much here. Accessory lifts are more for functionality of the body. Like, you know, for instance, whenever I would have like a really good, when I would be working my thighs really heavy and I would hit a new personal record in those, although I didn't want thick thighs, I was just concerned about the boot. The next week, I might hit a new high in my squat or a new high in my hip thrust, because all the muscles are kind of connected, and just having one little weakness can really make the difference on if you can hit that new goal. So you want to be hitting your accessory lifts. For these, I like to go more of a medium weight, higher reps, and kind of target specific muscles. You're not going to be hitting like 17 muscles at once with these. You're hitting like a few things. These are like fine tuning, and they will help you with your compound lifts. So again, if you just look up like accessory lifts for building the glutes, then it's gonna give you like a whole list, and you can just pick a few of those, just making sure that you're working the different muscle groups to benefit yourself. All right, so what I will say though is, if you are, like, say you have 5 compound lifts down and you never make it to the last 2, you either need to lower your weight here or you need to diversify. Basically, like, if you have a really good workout plan, like not doing all of it, if you're constantly skipping the same thing, you know, it's just not gonna benefit you in the long run. So like skipping the order that you're doing them in week after week, or lowering the weight or something like that, because that well-rounded physique is really gonna come from a well-rounded workout plan. So again, like I said, like these things are not super specific. You can make your own workout plan. You could see those results. The one thing I just want you to think about is like, if you're at a really high body fat percentage right now and you're kind of thinking, I can do whatever workout. I see a lot of these girls and they do like a men's style workout, and I feel so bad for them because they don't realize how strong they are, how ripped they are, like what they look like underneath all of that fat. So when it is shredded away, their physique is gonna look super strong. It's gonna look stronger than me, who's been in the gym for a long time, but like I have nothing to exchange. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to like build some muscle at this point, you know? But your physique is going to get there. So you just want to be thinking about like really truly end goal, not like, oh, I just want to, you know, have abs, and so you're like doing abs every single day. Like, no, because then your abs are gonna be so thick, and so everything else has to be like even thicker for you to have like that hourglass if you're going for hourglass. Like, you just want to have that really long-term thought and plan going into it, that like, okay, if you want hourglass, glutes first, back and shoulders next, abs last, but always be doing like your internal ab exercises. And I'm gonna have a bunch of episodes on abs because I feel like people really want that hourglass physique. They really want abs, and oh my gosh, some of the misinformation, like some of the things that just are not gonna work for you. Anyway, I go on this whole rant to say, be thinking about long term, like truly if all the fat was shed away, what shape your physique is gonna be and what your end goal is, because when you're structuring your workouts, like it's not gonna take long to see, you know, gains in these different areas and see that physique truly changing, the shape changing. It's gonna be crazy. So in the end, what you could do to end it out is burnouts. Now, if you aren't a very high body fat percentage, burnouts aren't always the best, but burnouts are great for one, conditioning your heart, and two, just conditioning your muscle in a different way than strength training will. Strength training is like a very specific kind of conditioning. Burnouts can really prepare you for like the real world, real scenarios, and really good like longevity of health. So when it comes to burnouts, what you're trying to do is high rep, and I usually do body weight, but you could do like a really low weight. It's not about the weight, it's more about the burn. It's more about the heart rate, if heart rate is involved. It really depends. For me, I'm always thinking about like mental toughness, cardiovascular health, and fat burning here. So obviously, if you don't have any really additional fat on your body and you're doing these, you kind of risk losing the muscle. But if you have fat stored on your body that your body could convert into energy and do like a body recomp, fat burners, or what did I call these again? Yeah, burnouts are really the way to go. So think like, even like a squat. A squat is a great example. You know, you did it as your compound lift at the beginning, right? Like you're probably loaded up in weight, like you are maxing out your energy, you're like breathing heavy, a couple reps, or like maxing out your reps, right? This is totally opposite, where you have no weight and you're just doing that squat over and over and over. Form is a little less finicky here because you're not risking as much energy, but by the end you're like burning, you're sweating, you're breathing heavy, right? And like they're kind of time consuming and just like how long you're going at this for. But that's really gonna help you burn it out. So you can use still like a compound thing. You can look up burnouts. People have so many good ones online where they're coming up with like really unique things that can like challenge your mind, get your cardiovascular right, get your calisthenics right. Like you could just change it up. And burnouts to me are like way less intimidating in the gym. So you could be switching up every week as something to like look forward to, do a little challenge with yourself. It'll be fun. After that, you're gonna do cool down and recovery. I want to actually take a second to step on this because I think people skip cool down and recovery, and I totally get it, because like you're just done with the workout, you're ready to get out of the gym. If you are experiencing muscle soreness, fatigue, like just energy loss after the gym, sometimes it's about that cool down and recovery. Everybody is different. Everybody needs recovery different. So I just want to like hit some really important, really just quick key points on here. So cooling down can prevent soreness, and it also supports joint health. I hate to hear somebody who's like, I have the worst knees, I have the worst joints, and then they literally don't warm up or cool down. I'm like, okay, so the math is not aligning here. So stretching it out at the end can be very good. just something quick and simple. You don't want your body, like, it's kind of like doing a hardcore workout and then riding in the vehicle for like 8 hours. It's just like does not sound like a recipe for goodness. So just do a quick stretch out, do a shake it out, you know, get your body moving, like do something, maybe get a foam roller, foam roll it out. You wanna be preventing that soreness. You wanna be getting your body feeling good. This is where you can incorporate yoga. People do a lot of challenges. I feel like at the end to do something that's just like a quick little challenge is so fun. So like trying to touch your toes or, you know, just something really simple, but like it just adds to like, oh, that was kind of fun. You know, like, oh, I'm looking forward to this tonight. Also, I just wanna mention real quick that for recovery, I'm gonna have a whole episode on recovery. Basically, if people don't think about it, they always talk about workouts, eating, like it's all about the workout, but recovery days can help with your motivation to keep staying in the gym and also help with your longevity of staying in the gym. Like sometimes you just don't have that motivation. Sometimes it is really hard. Recovery days, how to recover properly after the gym, what to do to keep yourself in the gym, how to know if what you're doing is beneficial or actually like counteracting what you wanted to do. These are all super important. So I'm gonna do a whole separate video on that and I will try to keep it not boring. But I do wanna talk about active recovery days. Some people do active recovery days and you know, you wanna do so many days of working out, so many days of not working out different muscle groups. And I do want to talk about active recovery days. I think that when you're really experiencing a lot of muscle soreness, getting your body into that routine of moving is really, really important. And walking and just like low intensity, steady state cardio or just like any type of workout can be really, really good to help your body repair and recover, because just teaching it that like this is the motion, this is the schedule, and getting that like blood flow moving, getting, you know, just getting it to work differently, that's really gonna help you on recovery. I think some people like they get sore and they just think like, I just need to lay down. I just need to lay down. I just need to sit down, you know, and that doesn't always help your body recover properly, whereas just a little bit of movement can do a lot for the body. All right, so now you have kind of an idea of how you're gonna structure your workout. Let's get into the frequency and your final tips. So for your workout plan, I would start with 3 leg days or 2. If you do 3, I feel like you do 3 lower weight at the beginning. Once you're on like week 3 or 4, you can go into like 2 to 3, where the 3rd is kind of optional or it's just like more accessory work. And then you wanna alternate heavy, medium, and lighter days for recovery. You don't want to be going and hitting your max at every single workout. Not every single workout should be designed like that, especially like as women, we go through different frequencies in the month. And sometimes you are just gonna get in there and inevitably you're gonna be able to lift like way, way, way stronger than you ever have before. And then the next week you're gonna get there and literally have nothing to give. Nothing to give whatsoever. So just set that expectation already that there's gonna be this flow. Also, never miss a leg day. If your goal is to grow the bolt, grow the bitch, you're never gonna miss a leg day. Say it right now. That's the thing that's gonna keep you motivated. Do I always lift arms, chest, back, whatever the other ones are? No. Those ones, to me, I'm not saying they're optional, but my thing is like, say I get off track, say I have something else going on, say I need to reschedule my schedule, sure. But the leg day is top priority on my priorities list and I never miss it and it always keeps me coming back. And I am super motivated to keep that rolling. Yeah, and then I think we already touched this, but I want you to adjust your workouts to match your goals and your recovery needs. Some people have a more stressful lifestyle, so just more time in the gym is gonna be less attainable for them, or they just need more sleep at night, or they need more calories. Like, you need to be very self-intuitive. Everything that people are trying to give you for information online is just to help. It's not the end-all be-all. The goal is that you take the information so you have something to start to work off, a baseline, and that you use it and then you like document your journey, what's working for you, and you find yourself and your flow along the way. So there's gonna be other videos that are gonna complement this one, like building curves, diet tips, the abs, like so many other things. So if that's what you're interested in, go and check out the playlist. And I just want to let you know, weightlifting genuinely did change my life. I know it can change your life. It literally could transform your life, your body, your mental health. Like, I want that for you. That's why I'm here making these videos. So stick with me, come back to the other videos. I don't care if you subscribe. Do I want you to? Yes. But I care more that you actually do this, that you don't just watch this video, that you sit down, you start writing it down, you grab a free workout plan from online, you adjust it to your goals. Like, I care more that you actually take action after this video than anything else, because I want nothing more than for you to be able to wake up in the morning and not have that stress, not have the doom hanging over you. Oops, sorry. Not watch back a video of yourself and be overthinking how you look at it. Not be overthinking the clothes in your closet and nitpicking apart your body. I want you to be so happy, so confident in your body, to love your life, that this could be something that's an additional, just a happiness factor in your life, and that's why I'm making this video. So I really, really hope that it helped and that it applies. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm so open to answering them. As somebody who went through a transformation myself, I'm not here as somebody who is like super educated, but just as somebody who cares. And that's why I'm making these videos. So yeah, anyway, I hope to see you again.